everybody, and welcome back to the Unmasked podcast. I always like a good say in who I want to come on this podcast. And one of the girls, I was just like, she needs to be here. Not only is she an amazing friend, she is absolutely beautiful. Reading the past, she has did everything. She is your national treasure. And of course, it's my fellow Scorpio queen, Bianca Gascoigne.
Hey. Thanks for having me. I'm excited. It's like a night out for me.
Isn't it?
Mum life.
Well,
I'm like,
speaking of night out,
right.
cheers
to us. And
welcome.
Cheers.
Welcome.
Thanks.
We've
Thank you
got
so
a little
much.
journey to go on.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a mad one. It's been a bit of a roller coaster, but you know, we move.
Well, you have been through so much in your whole life. How long have you been doing this now?
Well, I was just saying earlier, 2006, I went on Love Island. That's 17 years, and I did it when I was 18, so that's like another lifetime. Isn't that just
mad.
mental?
Yeah.
I know.
Think of
I feel old.
18 you started this whole world.
Yeah.
So let's just go back to the beginning of like life, let's say. For you, I bet it's always been it's been very different. Like probably me being in school compared to you being in school has probably been like such a different experience. Like growing up, obviously your dad was in the public eye and your mum, and you know, you've had this sort of life that's been in the public.
Yeah, it was very difficult upbringing, especially at school, because I got bullied a lot. Like,
I didn't know
this. Yeah, I was like very quiet, just like kept myself to myself, like just wanted to go about my day.
I wouldn't even expect that as well. I thought you would have been like the it girl.
It was the older years. They obviously just thought I was different to everyone else, but I didn't.
Yeah.
So I had to have like my lunch with the dinner ladies. It was that extreme. It wasn't all girls school.
Yeah.
And it was just awful.
It was all girls?
Yeah, it was all girls. But then as well, like I think obviously, you know, with my family life being in the public eye as well, there was lots of fabricated lies about my mum. So that was really difficult. So I always felt like I was like defending my family
you got
all
to
the
protect
time.
your family, because I bet back then, wasn't that the peak of like everything that was going on, newspapers?
Yeah, you could just write pretty much what they wanted. So now it's like really good that you can't just write willy-nilly what you want.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a tough time. But you know,
Did you ever get like paparazzi at your door and stuff?
Oh my God, yeah, massively. No. I remember when my mum was giving birth to Reek, she was going to the hospital. I was on my roller skates. They were all lined up outside the house, and I was like trying to fight them off on my roller skates.
God.
I don't know what I think I was doing, but I thought I was doing a bit at the time. I was like, stay away from them. They were going to the hospital. It was big time. Then it was like so different. Like literally going to school, they were lined outside, and they used to follow us to school.
What were the other kids doing? Did the other kids like?
I don't know. I'd never really thought about it. I guess they just kind of
accepted it.
Yeah, but it's like when I was going to school, my mum used to try and get rid of them on the way to school. And we used to just do all these like mad journeys to just try and
to avoid the paparazzi.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was really, really crazy.
Was it like a school that you went to? Did it have to be sort of a private school, or was it just a normal
I actually
school?
went to public school, but it was more so when I was in primary school, and I loved primary school. I had like a good relationship with everyone there. So, but yeah, I think when I went to secondary school, it died down quite a lot, which was good, because then that would have been even more excuse for bullying and all of that stuff.
Like, would you say you're sort of used to it then? You're sort of used to that life?
I've always been used to backlash. Like, do you know what I mean? I've always been, you know, like trolling these days. It's kind of like, I've been brought up with it. So I'm kind of like, sometimes it does affect me, don't get me wrong, especially if it's about my family. But about me, I just kind of laugh it off, because at the end of the day, with trolling, who trolls that is happy?
Exactly.
Happy people don't say bad things about people. Like, it just hasn't happened.
I think sometimes as well, like sometimes a lot of men troll you. Like I used to get trolled badly from like men. And I used to think a really good, sexy, good looking lad is not going to sit and troll you. It's always these absolute just wrong-uns that love to go and sit in the pub and waste the life away eating peanuts.
And when first Twitter come around, I used to write
Twitter, my God,
I used to write back to people, and they used to write the most horrific stuff.
Twitter,
and I'd be like, oh, thank you so much, babe. I really hope you're having a lovely day too.
Oh
and then,
my God.
Then they'd write back and go, oh my God, I absolutely
love you.
I'm like, what?
Can't believe you replied.
It
oh my
just
God, love you.
shows that they just want that like attention.
Yeah,
do you know what
yeah,
I mean?
of course.
So like now, do you know what I write back now? I don't usually write, and I just go, "What a sad life, Jane." You know that little clip from "Come Time with Me," and I don't because their name's not even Jane.
Sad little
it's
life,
like even a
Jane.
more difficult. But sometimes I just leave it, and I just write that if I have to.
But so let's go back to like growing up with parents in the public eye as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, Dad,
Yeah.
Gaza. Did you get to meet like the big time footballers and stuff
Yeah,
as well?
like all of like the training grounds used to be like my playgrounds. Like honestly, I
You
used
were
to
good
go
at
in and
football,
out of
weren't you?
changing rooms.
Are you good at football as well?
Yeah, I love football. Yeah, I regret. It's one thing I regret in my life is not taking football seriously. I got into drinking. I got into boys. That kind of went out the window. But yeah, we've played football together. I think
So
I might
this
nearly
is a
took your
funny
shins
story.
out.
Can you remember this or not?
Yeah, well, I think you was like, I don't want to go against
Right.
Mike.
So they used to. What was that charity football called?
It was Soccer Six.
Soccer Six.
Yeah.
Is that still on?
No, I wish it was
It
though.
was brilliant.
Yeah, it was good.
Every
It was
man
so
and the
good.
dog were there, and it was girls as well. There was boys, there was girls, and it was a charity football thing. And I remember me and Charlotte were doing it, and we got approached by Charlotte's agent. She was like, "Look, you've got to do this. It'd be great." I said, "Yeah, look, it's for charity. Everyone's going to be there." We just started out in Geordie Shore. I think we're on series 2 or 3, so we were really new to the scene now. And then you've got the likes of these like people who've been on for years and years, like you. And then I remember me and Charlotte were on a team, and we were against. You were on the other team. And so was Lauren Goodyear. I always remember Lauren Goodyear as well. There was a few other.
I do remember this, by the way.
Yeah. And there was another girl as well who plays it. Oh, she was brilliant as well. Chelsea was
Chelsea, right.
Chelsea?
Yeah,
Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Is that it?
She is insane. She plays for Liverpool. I was like, if I do it, I was like, I need her on my team. I used to just pass the ball to her, and I was like,
So
go.
me and Charlotte were on the worst team. Like, your team was brilliant. So anyways, me and Charlotte were quite nervous, right? Because, oh my God, these are like famous people.
Oh my God.
Anyways, right, so me and Charlotte started playing. You come running in.
Oh, no.
The tackle. I've never seen anything like it. I was like, wow,
I
that
get
is...
a bit competitive when I play
You
football.
were.
I turn into a boy when I'm a bit of a tomboy.
and then I thought I was all right at football. Then, anyways, you come with me. And I thought,
I'm so
fuck
sorry.
me, my
I feel
career's
bad
done.
about that now, but
And then it's a funny story. So me and Charlotte didn't decide to do. I think it was half time. We thought we can't go back on because we are getting annihilated. It's embarrassing. So I remember me and Charlotte went up to the cafe. And there was like loads of good food up there. So we sat in the cafe eating. I'm sure it was mince and dumplings or something there. I don't know. But anyways, so me and her started just sitting there eating. Our names were getting called out on the tannoids. Sophie Kasai, Charlotte Crosby, and we're just sitting there eating our food. And I was like, absolutely not. Am I going back down there to break a leg? Because Bianca Gascoigne is going to absolutely rip me to shreds.
I just love football. I just get a little bit carried away. Yeah, I'll go for the shins.
But that is brilliant then. So you got to meet all the footballers.
Yeah, literally used to go in and out of the change room like it was nothing. That was, I went to every single match. That was a massive perk of growing up with my dad, because at one point I took like pretty much all my class to go and watch Euro 96 when he scored the famous goal against Scotland. I had like my classmates there and we were like, like just going crazy.
You were probably the really even though it would have been bullied at the beginning, I bet you ended up being really
It was never
cool.
my year, it was always the older years for some reason. So I was always got along with everyone in my year, but it was just, I don't know, I was an easy target, I guess.
Talk us through Newcastle, right?
Yeah.
Because
I've never lived in Newcastle, and everyone
that.
that meets me, they're like, oh, you haven't got an
Geordie
accent. I can't even do a good Geordie accent.
Did you spend much time in Newcastle or not?
Not really, because my dad was never there. So, like, obviously, when he came into my life, it was at Tottenham, and then he went to Lazio, so I moved to Italy. Then I moved to Scotland because he played for Rangers, and it was just so he never when he came into my life, he was never in Newcastle.
No, he was
so I
never
spent
there.
a little bit of time, obviously going back and forth to obviously see his family, but I never really spent a lot. And I love Newcastle though.
You love Geordies.
I love the Geordies. Yeah, I got
Can
big
you do the
soft
Geordie
spot.
accent?
I can't.
Go, try it.
Oh God, I'm terrible. Well, I'm just gonna say, well, way I man, going down the path.
Going the path?
Going the path. Having a bath. I'm
Say,
done down the path.
what are you doing to eat like?
What are you doing to eat like? Oh, that's actually quite
That's
good.
not too bad.
Oh my God, I'm getting all hot and I can't do accents to save my life.
I love it. So that was obviously a really peak time of your life, growing up. Yes, it was hard. You had the paparazzi, you know, your dad was in the public eye, and it must have been an absolute whirlwind. But then, at what point did you start growing up and you were like, right, you know what? I'm going to get into the public eye? Or did it just happen?
It just happened. So I was on this morning promoting a child line for domestic violence, and they saw me on that, and then I got the phone call, and I watched Love Island before, and I was like, oh my God, I need to do this show. I love it. And then when I got the call, I was like, oh my God, this is crazy.
So was there a normal Love Island before that?
So basically, you obviously now it's the different Love Island. So you had Celebrity Love Island.
Yes.
Back in the day. So I did the second one of that.
Right, okay, yes. So there was already... See, because I only remember your series.
Yeah,
I can't remember
there was
the one
two.
before.
So mine was the second one.
Right.
Yeah, so and then I got asked to do it, and I was just like, oh my God. And then I was really worried about coming into the spotlight in my own identity. I was worried that I wasn't going to get accepted because obviously where I got bullied, I was like, people are going to say, I'm just using my dad's name. But then I thought, I'm 18.
Yeah.
If someone got offered the opportunity to do Love Island and was me, would they turn it down?
Absolutely
so
not.
I just did it, and it worked out for the best.
I bet you were lucky as well, because your mum and dad have been like in the public as well. They could probably help you and advise and understand.
Yeah, but it also made me worry because I know how words can be twisted.
True, yeah.
So like when I was obviously on the show, there's a lot of time to think. You know, you're just kind of like boring most of the time.
You don't have a phone.
So then you're just thinking, and I'm like, I've said that. Can I edit that in a different way?
Right.
Do you know what I mean? So like I was always like playing games with myself because I just wanted to come across well. I wanted people to like me. I'm like,
but you were so well liked, weren't you?
Well, I ended up winning it, so it all worked out nicely.
So talk us through this, right? Because obviously people listening and people watching, they've all seen the Love Island now, and maybe that is a bit of a younger generation that've seen that.
Yeah.
Nobody knows the old Love Island like we do.
The original.
Us in our 30s, like we know the original Love Island, and you being 18, starting there, like what was the Love Island like then compared to what it's like now?
Well, the good thing about it then is that you got voted on the person.
Right.
So it's like vote for your favourite guy, vote for your favourite girl. So that was good. But there's not much difference. Obviously, they've just done a Love Island Games, which was in Fiji. My one was filmed in Fiji, which was unreal.
Oh my
God. It was just, it wasn't that much of a difference, but they did it as, I like to say, like celebrity.
Yeah. Who else was in it? Because I know Callum
obviously
was in it.
Callum was in it. Well, I won it with Callum.
What's his name?
Paul Danan. Oh, yeah, he's a massive character.
I went on a coach trip with him.
Oh, God, yeah.
He's a weird.
Yeah, I love him. But I like crazy people.
When I first went on coach trip and Paul Danan walked on, like I thought
you were like, oh God, yeah.
And I felt like you didn't like us. So like one of my first scenes of coach trip, right, with Paul Danan, I I don't feel like you're trying to make an effort with me. It was one of them, the first scenes.
Called him out.
And he was a bit funny with me. Anyways, to the end, me and Paul Danan. I might get him on here just because he's just.
Oh my God, you should. You should. Like, everyone loves him. He's just like.
He's just Paul Danan. And in the end, we became best friends, and he still messages to this day.
Yeah, he messages me as well.
It's great,
because obviously after the Towie clip come out, he was like, "Oh, well done, girl," sort of thing. So he's always like showing love, and you think that was 17 years ago. So
Who else was on it then?
God, you got Sophie Anderton, Steve-O from Jackass was on there. I loved him.
My God.
We had a pet mouse on there, and we kept getting told off because Brendan Cole, because we kept leaving little treats out, and he's like, "You're gonna get the rats."
Anything to get you through. Anything to get you through.
Yeah, exactly. He was wicked because I was like a big fan of his. That was really cool when he turned up.
Yeah.
God, do you know what? Off the top of my head,
was there any relationships that have still stayed together or not?
No.
Nah. Who actually ended up together?
I don't think anyone's
None of them.
actually. No, we had Shane Lynch, obviously, from Boyzone. He ended up coupling with Sophie Anderson, but then he left early.
Shane Lynch, he was beautiful.
Yeah, he's lovely. I actually bumped into him, like, the train station the other day.
Really?
I was like, bloody hell.
I haven't seen you in 18 years.
Yeah, it was a weird one. He was like, so it was nice to see him. Oh, God, there was so many people, like, in and out. There was a Playboy bunny girl there. It was just, it was brilliant fun. It was the best. It was great fun.
Do you not think TV back then was so good?
Yeah, it was 8 weeks as well. So, in TV world, if you're, like, how long that seems.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
One day,
yeah.
like,
feels like you meet someone. So, like, when I filmed in the past, like, say, like, Geordie Shore, and when I was single and, like, someone had come in and, like, you really get to know them and start fancying them. You wouldn't really fancy them in the outside world.
Yeah.
Start fancying them.
It's like a little holiday bubble.
By a week, you think, oh, my God, I'm really in love.
Yeah.
Like, I love them.
Yeah, because
you feel like you've been in there
for exactly.
for so long. So it is a different type of world. But what would you say, right? Because a lot of people want to do Love Island now.
Yeah.
A lot of people want to do Love Island now. It's like a thing. People want to be on TV, don't they?
Yeah.
What advice would you give someone that's wanting to do something like Love Island? What advice would you give them to get on, let's say, or to help them through it?
Well, I would go back to the trolling thing. Is just to realise that you and your family, that you know the truth. You know, as long as like you just try not to let it affect you, because obviously, you know, happy people don't say bad things. So true. You know, so you have to think of that. And I just think, God knows, it's just try and have fun with it, and don't be like, you know, try not to take it too seriously. Yeah. I don't really know, to be honest. Just be yourself. Yeah, really, just be yourself. Yeah.
So after Love Island, great story. You could write a book. Have you ever wrote a book?
Well, apparently it's in the stars. My psychic said something about doing it.
I feel like, this is a little background.
This is a little introduction.
Send them this. The book people say like this is it. So you've got the Love Island's happened. How old are you when you left Love Island?
Yeah, I think I turned 19. So I went in there 18. Yeah, 19.
When you think about 19 year olds now. So go back like 19, so your teens are done, now you're going into the 20s. Yeah. So what was going on in the 20s? Was this the Nutmeg era?
This is the era of the glamour girls. Like anyone that was in Hollyoaks everyone was just on the cover, and I've got body dysmorphia, so I got offered to do it.
Think it came from this?
It came from Love Island, definitely.
Do you reckon?
Like, I got like a really good wage packet when I did my first thing. I was like, I'll do it. And then I also felt nice that I got accepted to do it, because obviously, you know, I have body dysmorphia. So I was just like, all right, I want to feel sexy. Okay, and did it. And then I did enjoy it for a bit. But then now I look back, I think, oh God, like I feel sorry for that girl that felt like that she had to do it to prove that she's
beautiful and sexy. Wanting approval. That's what it is.
Yeah, wanting approval. Exactly right.
Yeah. Can you remember all the Six Mag events? Was it Six?
Oh my God, yeah. But that was like a little bit like not even that long ago. But they're good events.
I really like them.
I did the cover. I was like, still got it or not?
You know, I did Nuts once.
Did you? What was your experience?
I did Zoo and I did Nut, but when we first started Geordie, they wanted to do a Nutmeg edition with me, Holly, and Vicky.
I think I actually remember.
Can you remember it?
Though.
It was all of us together. Do. And if you Google it now,
the screenshot
you still find it. So, anyways, I remember doing this photo shoot, and they were really quite nasty about my weight. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I remember the photographer like making just little comments about like my weight and, you know, how I just looked a little bit different. Obviously, I didn't have fake boobs and stuff then, and I remember doing it, feeling like I just felt like I just didn't belong there. I was never a glamour model, anyways. You've either got it or you haven't.
Neither was I.
Yeah, but like when it's Vicky, I think Vicky did quite well with the Nut thing, because she had that look. Yeah, and Holly.
Yeah.
Holly did quite well, but me and Charlotte, we didn't really like we couldn't really get more work from it, if you would say. Yeah. But like you said, the pay back then. The paycheck was brilliant. Yeah. Like, I remember, I'm sure I got like £1,000 for a photo shoot then. And you're talking about 10 years ago. Yeah. That's a lot of money back then.
I remember what I got for my first one. And I was like,
amazing.
So it's just straight after London, it's 25 grand. And I was like, yeah, of course.
But back then, if you think that's like double that now.
But now, like, I was talking to my mum about it the other day. I went down the wrong route. Like, I should have gone down a bit more of the TV presentry if I could, you know. And I went to a wrong agent, and he like kind of put me in that industry a little bit too much. But it was my decision at the time. Yeah. So do you know what I mean? But yeah, I kind of, if I could turn back, I probably would try not to have steered that way a little bit.
If I could turn back time, I would have done so many things different. And it's sad because times are moving so quick. It's like the TV and the presenter time, that's sort of drifting out.
It's like the influencer. Yeah. It's the TikTok. Now I'm not even on TikTok. My agent's trying to get me on it. I'm like, I don't want to do it.
I think you'd be good at TikTok lives.
No, what?
TikTok
Doing what though? Seriously?
It's like presenting, really. Just present, like sell that cup. I could flog a dead horse, mate, though.
Yeah, but you're amazing at it. Like, I take my hat off to you.
But I think it's because of the green screen, because we do the green screen all the time in the show. You've got to do that.
I just feel too cringy.
Yeah, it's hard when we're in the 30s now. But, right, so you've did all the Nut magazine and the glamour lifestyle, and then I know this. Then business happened. You started getting a little bit business-minded, didn't you?
Yes.
And what happened next after all that?
Yeah, I've always done like little TV jobs here and there, and then I decided to run a strip club.
Oh my God,
which you could venture down to many times.
This is the era.
Yeah,
This is
in an industry where it's very male dominated. Like I remember when I first started, because it was an umbrella of different other clubs as well. Everyone was like, she's not going to last 2 minutes running this club. And then suddenly I was like, I took so much takings compared to all the other clubs in London. Everyone was like, eating their words a little bit. I had to
This was in Mayfair as well, wasn't it?
In Mayfair, yeah. And it was just like, it was nice to put that female touch on it, because then the girls, they can come to me about their problems. 100%. I'm not going to, like, I've got their back.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it worked really, really well. So, and I had great fun.
So you were like the, what's it called? Like the sugar mama. Not the sugar mama, but like, like you've got, like...
The house mum. I wasn't the house mum. I was the boss.
Yeah, you were the boss that everyone came to. Now, I remember you having this club, and it was called Gaslight.
Yeah.
And you know what? I always thought you owned it, because I thought it's the name.
Yeah, kind of, like, I owned it with a partner.
Yeah.
And weirdly enough, he rang me the other day. I think he's got another business opportunity for me, so that's interesting.
Oh my God, please go back
open
to the
up
strip
another
club.
one. Yeah, and it was just like an opportunity, and I just took it with both hands. And at first he was like, when I had a meeting with a business partner, he was like, I think you should not wear makeup and not have your hair extensions. And I was like, this is what makes me me. This is what gives me confidence. If I'm having to run and be, the front of house as such, I need to feel confident. So obviously I dressed a lot more smart, so I put glasses on.
I remember you were always dressed so
it's smart. But I was like, I can't take that's my identity to me. And I feel confident.
Well, that just shows as well, like,
so I still did it, but I did that for 5 years. It was good fun, but it was really stressful. Like the late nights, like it was like permanent jet lag.
Yeah, what time were you getting in? Like late every night?
I was leaving my house at 5 and not getting in until 7 in the morning. But especially like at Christmas hours, you weren't getting in. Like
was
I'd come home, it was daylight.
Hours?
It was daylight.
What time did it?
No, it was obviously it closed at 3, but then I've got to cash up. I've got to cash the girls up. I've got to sort the security out. I've got to sort the staff out. I've got to lock up. So like it's all comes into play.
Because I remember I'm sure we came to when you first started it, when it first
Did you come
opened.
to the launch?
I think we came to the launch. That's what I remember. And I remember coming in, like we used to come after nights out in London. Geordie Shore.
It was the spot to come.
The peak of Geordie Shore.
Like, you in work? I was like, yep.
Honestly, our peak of Geordie Shore, when we were able to go out, like after doing some press or some interviews or anything like that, because MTV would pay us to be down there. Yeah. So we'd always stay in Camden and go to the studios. Then after, like all of the Geordies were out. Yeah, and when we were out, like we were just young kids let loose from Newcastle into London, into Mayfair, and going to like
chaos, basically.
Chaos. Can you remember that club Aura?
Of course, yeah.
So we used to go to Aura nightclub, and then obviously Aura used to finish about 1, and then we're like, right, Gaslight.
Yeah,
let's ring Bianca. And I remember sometimes we used to come, obviously we were all drunk and having a great time, and we used to walk in, and sometimes I was like, oh, do you want a drink? And you were like, I can't.
Yeah, or
you were quite sensible.
Sometimes though, like situations, like when someone's paying a lot of money for a girl in VIP, they want you to stay because obviously you're entertaining. And there was this one time where we had like these line of shots that got lit up with Sambuca, and I was like debating, I was like, oh, I don't want to do it. And then I did it, and it literally got stuck to my lips. I burnt my whole lips off.
Oh my God. No, my God, no way.
Many stories. Once I had to like open champagne, like be hostess with a hostess, like pop the bottle, the top, the cork. Sorry, in his head. Lucky it didn't go in his eye, because that's what happened to someone in Love Island.
Oh my God, yeah, it did. So tell me about the strip club era. How much were people spending at this point?
A lot of money. Look, some nights it can be touch and go. Like the girls would be like really frustrated, they're not earning money. But then sometimes one guy came in and spent £500,000. Yeah, that was a big night.
How much was a lap dance?
So you got £20 for a dance, but then if you go into the VIP, it depends what bottle you have. It depends how many hours you want. So like it goes up. Yeah. But there is a protocol where I have to get them to sign so many documentations, because obviously if someone's intoxicated, I get them to look at the camera to sign. And once this guy told me his life story. I got him to do everything right, and the next day he said, I didn't come into the club. I said, I know everything about your family. You told me this, you told me that. He wanted to come in and watch. He brought his son in, and I had to show him the screen of him like having these dances in front of his kid. And I was like, this is just really fucking awkward now. Yeah, and I was like, I told you that everything was legit. Like you have to put the pin in, you have to sign. If it's American Express, I have to ring an American Express to get the authorization. So it's not like a drunk guy can come in and we just take the money like that. Like, no.
Because I bet there's so many like couples that the wives have looked at the bank report. God.
And then you know what it comes up, it used to come up, it didn't come up as gaslight, it used to come up a crystal bar and restaurant. Like, no. Okay, but that's just what it had to be.
Oh because you're going to expose so many people now. They're being like, wait, weren't you at Crystal Bar and Restaurant a couple years ago and spent £1 million?
It's awful though, because obviously, like, I used to have, people ring up and be like, it was and I'm like, oh God, like, puts me in a position because obviously it's a business. We've got girls there. They're like going to university. They're making their money this way. They're smart girls. They're, that's not. Their fault.
Did I ever tell you about my stripping story?
No.
Oh my God, it's a really good one.
Oh God.
I was actually a stripper once. This is actually a genuine story.
No, you're not. I'm going to cry. I don't know why.
No. I don't know why I'm laughing. Because it's a really funny story.
Really?
I think Marnie's wrote about it in our book, so I know I can say this. So anyways, me and Marnie actually lived in Magaluf. And we were living out there for quite a few months. Running out of money because we just partied too much and just enjoying life. Well, I think it was like 20 at the time. Yeah, just before my Geordie Shore era, 19, 20. And we ran out of money. And I was like, oh my God, Marnie, what we're going to do? Like, I can't go home. I need to stay in Magaluf. Marnie was like, right, what we're going to do? Anyways, my friend, he had a strip club.
Right.
And he was like, come to the strip club. You can get paid X amount. All you got to do is like give these boys a dance. So I was like, all right, I could do that. Like, stripping, lap dance, I can definitely do that.
You got that in your locker.
Like, I looked a lot different then, right? Like, I wasn't like, the most glamorous girl. But I had great personality, so it doesn't matter.
No, that's what it's all about.
Do you know what I mean? It's and I had great natural tits at this point. So even better. But so it wasn't the strip club like Gaslight. Now I'm talking about, this was a bar upstairs behind a curtain.
Okay.
So it was that kind of
like
seedy, like a fucking brothel, basically. So me and Marnie are going up, right? I'm like, fuck, what we're gonna do? Like, I don't know how the hell I'm gonna get through this, but I just want the money to pay the bills, to live in Magaluf. So girls got to do what a girl's got to do.
Yeah, take my hat off to you.
Couldn't be asked to work. Absolutely not. Just thought a dance will do the job. So anyways, we are upstairs in this, I remember so clearly, it was like a curtain like this, like that curtain there. Okay. So basically they were like, right, there was this, I think she was like this Polish woman, and she was like, okay girls, you come, you do dance. And we're like, yeah, fine. And we were waiting, I remember waiting in the back bit of the curtain, and there was these two lads that had walked in, and she went, right, your turn now. And I was like, oh my God. Never guess what song came on. I'll remember it so clearly. I Predict a Riot. Who wants to lap dance to I Predict a I Predict a Riot?
Hang on.
I Predict a Riot. Do you know what I mean? So anyways, I'm like, oh my God. There was this guy came in. He was a bit on the larger side. And his friend was a bit on the slimmer side. Yeah. So anyways, they've walked in, sitting down on the chair like that. Me and Marnie haven't got a clue what we're doing.
God,
we're half cut, we had to be. We're on the floor. I mean, there was no vagina or anything like that out. But we were like, top off, bra on. Like, I'm giving it like this. And
I've got the visuals. I can imagine. Yeah.
Anyways, me and Marnie are like, what the hell is going on? So anyways, the story gets better. So that was that. We did that one, and I went, absolutely not. I'm not a lap dancer. I can't do it. It was my dream, but now it's not.
It was my dream.
It was my dream to be a stripper.
I would have liked to.
Do you know what I mean? I was like, absolutely not. I'm never ever doing that again. I feel violated because of the whole scenario. Went home, showered that night. I just felt disgusted in myself. I was like, what have I done? No. What have I done? My dad's going to hear it. It's like coming from a Middle Eastern background.
Of course.
That is like the worst thing to ever do.
No go.
So I was like, oh my God. I don't know if my dad even knows the story. Oh, yeah, now. Anyway, so the next day, so we left the club. We didn't get paid because we had to come back the next day. So I went to Marnie. I went, right, we're going to have to go back and see the woman because we need more money. So we went upstairs into the place, and I said to the woman, I said, like, we need more money now. I think it was about 60 quid, but it was quite a lot of money. So I went, I want the money now. And she turned around and said, yes, you're working tonight? And we said, no, we don't want to work tonight. We're happy with what we did. We just want the money. She said, sorry. She said, you can't get anything unless you work tonight. I was so shit scared of this woman, and I thought, you know what, she might know some gangsters in Magaluf, and like, I'm not, I don't want to get shot in the head, I'm too young. And anyways, at that point, me and Marnie looked at each other and thought, well, there we go. we lap danced for free in Magaluf and didn't even get paid. And that was the last time I'll ever do that. So I bet that never happened at your club. There you go. There you go. No. So yeah.
But it's a shame because obviously it's like you did that one dance, but then sometimes you'd have to pay a fee to work in the club. So they probably would have like stung you that way.
Yeah. Like I've been to strip clubs with like past partners. And
I love going to strip clubs.
Love a strip club.
Yeah, let's just go to one with our partners. That'd be funny, wouldn't it?
It's so good, isn't it? Would you let Aaron ever get a lap dance in front of you?
If he, well, no, because obviously he entertains clients, and I was like, I don't know how I feel about you entertaining because I know what the business is all about. It's about obviously, getting the money, and I'm like, that's there could be money that was going on me.
Yeah,
true.
And
you're giving it to another girl.
That's
but if I'm there and we're both having a dance, absolutely. I think we've said about it, but then I fell pregnant quite early, so we're not going to go strip club pregnant. So it's definitely on the cards.
Yeah, like I have been at strip clubs in the past with partners and like watched them get a dance and stuff.
I think I definitely will get jealous. Me and you are quite,
we are
Scorpios.
Yeah. Now
we'll think we're trying to be cool about it.
We're trying to be cool, but deep down,
actually.
Fuming. But I think with Jordan, I don't know if I could do it with Jordan. Right. In the past, maybe that's why they weren't really the one. But I said to Jordan, look, if it was your stag night, I'm quite laid back. I said, look, if you want to lap dance on your stag night, crack on. Just as long as nothing gets taken off. As
long as this one, like what they call, what was the girl? When you hire a bigger lady, they're called as something.
Oh, a gigolo.
No, something a polygram.
Like, yeah. Someone that you're not really going to fancy.
Like his stag
we've got one Newcastle. She does the rounds and she's like got like really saggy tits and she's a bit on the larger side.
Am I like just making these words up? No, it's not.
I think it is. It is polygram. Yeah, it is.
No, why?
Polygram.
Why? Aaron, he wants to do a joint hen and stag because he knows us lot. We are good fun.
We are.
And
I'm
like, no. Us girls. You lot are so much fun. I'm like,
I don't mind it, mate. I don't mind it at all. Right, so strip club, brilliant. Like, what a great era. Yeah. So then you're going into other TV now.
Yes.
Your name's out there. Profiles got bigger. What's next, reality TV wise?
Well, I've obviously just done a really big show, which obviously I can't talk about.
Yeah.
But most recent is Dancing with the Stars in Italy.
Oh my God,
Don't even know how I managed that.
I watched that. I used to watch all the clips. Yeah, I was supporting you. I was like,
you did voting. Yeah, because it was all a voting system through like Instagram and like Twitter and stuff. But yeah, can you actually believe that I went to fucking Rome? Sorry, my French, but Rome.
Yeah.
And did their equivalent of Strictly Come Dancing. Dance was like Blando con le Stelle. And blagged my way through the show, pretending I knew Italian, but I really didn't. I was trying my best, but language isn't not my forte.
Where was I? I was somewhere and you couldn't come because you were on there. Maybe it was my birthday or something.
Whenever you do parties, I can never bloody come. It's so annoying.
But I remember Kelly, our friend, our mutual friend, she was like, oh, she's gone on dancing. Is it Dancing with the...
It's Dancing with the Stars,
with the Stars. Yeah, so, and I went, what? In Italy, how?
Everyone was like, why? How did you get that?
So go on, talk us through how it happened, how the Italians know you.
Okay, so obviously my dad playing for Lazio, big thing.
Yeah.
He just recently done, before that, he done the jungle out there, and then they wanted someone blonde, someone fun. I don't know why I always do these funny years, because I don't like to blow my own trouble, like beat myself up or anything. And then I just got the call, and I had the meeting, and they said, you need to learn Italian. And I was like, oh my God, I want to do this show because I love dancing. So I was like, really want to do it. So then when I had like my next Zoom call, I know this is terrible.
Oh my God.
But I had the notes like written out on the screen. So I was like, I guess I've learned Italian, like talking my thing. I can't even tell you what it is now. And I was just reading it off these notes, like honestly.
You winged it.
Oh, completely. I wing my way through life. That's what I do.
Yeah, same.
In everything.
Same.
Everything I do, that's what I do. But it was like, I did really fucking well.
Did you actually do lessons then?
I did. They didn't really work.
They didn't really work, yeah.
Language, I say, honestly, is not my
forte. When you're doing the show and the judges are talking, can you understand?
Babe, it's live and it's 5 hours. You know, like in England, it's like an hour and a half show max. It's 5 hours. They love talking up there. Sorry to all the Italian people. Yeah, they do. They love talking. Way,
to be fair.
Yeah. So, and same if I can talk the language, I would have been still
it would be still be there 10 hours later.
But what I used to do, I used to like learn the words that I needed to, and I think that would like be appropriate, or I would like write sentences on my fingers, and they realised what I was doing.
Did the camera see that or not?
No, they were like, "What are you doing?" I was like, but it was funny because it's like I don't think they were used to someone just like being bit silly, having a laugh, and I was just like, I have written the sentence.
Did they understand you then?
I think one episode, they were like, "Did you realise what you just said?" I said, "No." I said, "I like to fuck live on TV." But, you know, true, but I didn't mean to say that.
I love that. I love it. And you came quite well, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like, it was all down to the voting system on Instagram and Twitter. So I actually won through votes, but they didn't give it to me. What? They made up that they had a phone line.
Right.
So, like, I won by, like, thousands and thousands of votes, but they said, oh, you know, we had this phone line that people were ringing up. So all of the Italian people were going crazy about it. They're like, no, Bianca should have won.
Oh, my God.
You've just made this up. This isn't fair. But they gave it to their, like, Italian Beyonce. So, like, she ended up getting it, which is fine. But, like, obviously now it's, like, a hard pill to swallow. Because I'm like, I actually did win that, but you didn't give it to me. Like, so I'm kind of, like, a little bit bitter about it now.
Was it, like, second? Was it all that kind of thing?
Yeah, so I came second, but...
That is amazing, though, Bianca.
That's what they gave me. But really, like... Facts or facts, yeah. And they took that away from me.
That is it. But did you learn many skills? Now. Did you learn like really how to?
Like I thought, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna lose loads of weight. I'm gonna do all this training. Yeah, but there was like not like the English Strictly. There was English Strictly. You like train all day. Yeah. It was like 2 hours training. I was like, I actually came back fatter than I went. Which is weird. Probably all the pasta and all the bloody carbs. Do you know what I mean?
Great story.
Now I want to go back to Rome because it's amazing. Like the country's amazing. I just want to go back and appreciate it because then I was like under stress trying to learn the language, you know, trying to like do well learning dancing, and then now I just want to go back. Do you think
because you did that one would you get offered the UK one now?
No, I don't think so, but I'd love to do it. I like doing shows.
Yeah,
it's our thing, isn't it?
It's your thing. Yeah, it's what we've been brought up with.
Have a little buzz from it, don't we?
It's like what other shows would you like to do?
I'd love to do the Jungle. I don't think I'd be considered because I don't think obviously my profile's high enough for it. But
I think you
hopefully,
could, because some people that go on there are from like EastEnders and stuff.
Yeah, well, I'm not an actress. I'm just me.
I think there could be potential.
Yeah, well, that would be great because I always dream about it, and I just think it's just something I'd love to do, just for the experience.
Very good. You've got good willpower.
And then the other day I put on like like you do these like questionnaire things on your Instagram. Someone's like, "Would you do the Jungle?" I was like, "Oh yeah, definitely. It's the right bit of me." And then the papers, because obviously it was coming up, were going, Bianca gives the biggest hint that she's doing the Jungle, and I was like.
You know
everywhere.
What? That happened to me once.
My mum was messaging, right? The people were messaging mum were going, tell Bianca good luck in the Jungle. I was like, what is going on?
But you know what's good though? That's good because it puts your name out there for you to go
I didn't mean to. It looked like I did, but I actually didn't.
One of my, listen, if Jungle ever comes with us, I'd do it. People don't understand, like, you know, the general public, they don't understand that people have to come to us. They always go, why don't you do this or why don't you do this?
Oh, yeah, it's
you can't just be like, oh yeah, hi, I don't know, I'm a celebrity, like, can I come on? Yeah. My dream would be MasterChef.
Can you believe that? Out of so good
but out of all them, like
that would stress me out though.
Really?
Because if anyone comes in my kitchen when I'm cooking,
see, I can talk.
Going on my wife.
Yeah, some people can get quite stressed, but obviously, my dad's got restaurants and get a bit of advice.
Yeah, no, I think that'd be sick for you. And you are a great cook.
I love
watch
it.
all your videos.
I do love it. I do love it.
Inspiration.
Talk me through quickly, Big Brother, because that Big Brother's back at the minute.
Yeah.
I haven't really watched the new one, but Celebrity Big Brother's coming back.
Is it?
And you did that, didn't you?
I did. Do you know what?
Who was on your series, by the way?
That was the Kim Woodburn series. Oh my goodness.
It was brilliant.
But what people don't realise, obviously it gets edited. Me and her got along, but she was like, all the clips that got shown, she was like, girl gang, and I was like, oh my God, I look like I'm fucking bullying this like old lady, like it's not me, me. I'm like, but I was fist pumping her in the day, like we had a good relationship, and afterwards she's like, oh, you're a lovely girl.
Would you say that was a good experience then? Did you enjoy it?
I didn't really enjoy Big Brother, no. I would, like, if someone, weirdly enough, a psychic said to me, she was like, you're going to do like some sort of Big Brother again? I went, really? So like, yeah, they're going to bring like an All-Stars thing come back, and I was like, maybe I would like go back to change my experience, because I usually enjoy like shows that I do, and I didn't really enjoy that one because I just felt like it was like a guinea pig or a rat, and they were just like prodding you the whole time. And then,
an experiment.
Yeah, and then like at the end of the night, the green light used to come on, so it means alcohol time, right? The green light was good.
My eyes were a little.
So like so you're just like, that's your release. So you've had like all day long. It's like so stressful, and then you see that green light, you're like, right, you can have a little bit of release, you can have a little bit of alcohol,
a little bit of fun.
Yeah, and then it's probably.
If you were to do an all-star, who would you bring back? Who would you like to be on it with?
God, who's been over the years? I would. Well, you've not done it, have you?
Nah, I'd love to do it.
You should do it. Obviously,
I think I'd be all right in it.
Obviously, because I love Marnie.
Yeah,
I would want Marnie with me.
I think I'd be all right at it, because Geordie's show is revolved around being in a house, stuck in,
sweet.
Cameras everywhere, like you have to get on with people. Obviously for us, we can go out now and then, but Celebrity Big Brother is something I really would love to do.
Oh my God, you should. I can see you in it.
Yeah.
You're doing it.
But then, right, the other day, Jordan was like, oh yeah, I went to the ITV party the other day. And, at the Palooza, and he went, and one of the guys came up with him and was like, yeah, I'll definitely sort you out for Celebrity Big Brother. I went, that's something I've wanted to do, Jordan. He went, yeah, but like, we'll be fine. And I thought, that's the first time in my life I actually got a little bit jealous. Because I thought, listen, no matter what, if it goes on or it's me.
Course.
But I was like, that's just 13 years I've done this. And I thought in my head, you've been TV 2 years. If you get to do that over me, that's it, we're ended. But no.
No.
So, got a little bit jealous.
It's because you wouldn't have contact and you wouldn't be able to see him. And
do you know what I mean? Yeah. Right, moving on to Gladiator.
Yes.
Tell me about Gladiator.
God, that was like 2008, so there's still
like many. This as well.
Yeah.
You've done so much.
Yeah, so I did that with Danielle Lloyd. I was like big fan of Gladiators. I was like, yep, sign me up. I was actually went on there as a reserve.
Yeah.
And it was
Mutia.
Yes.
Yeah.
From the Sugar Babes.
Yeah.
And then she couldn't swim, so then I got put in, and then I ended up winning it, which was amazing.
Oh my God.
I burnt my hand so bad. I was going to IB for the next day, and like the rope, I just was supposed to like work my way down the rope, and I just slid down it, and literally my whole hand was like oh my God, you got really, yeah, it was bad. So then I had to go to like Ibiza, like raving with this like gammy hand.
Fine, just get your gloves on, like, get your raving gloves on. So you've done quite a few different TV things then. What would you say?
I'd like to say a reality whore.
Reality whore. I wish I was a reality whore.
You are.
I was actually reality whore on a show doing whole things. But that was that's another podcast.
We move.
What would you say was your reality TV highlight? Which one was it?
It's got to be Love Island.
Yeah,
winning Love Island was a big acceptance for me. I was like, people actually
and because
like
it came
me.
back, it sort of made everyone talk about the original one as well.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just like a massive achievement for an 18-year-old, well, just turning 19-year-old to do. Like, and I think that was a real acceptance. Like where I had so much shit growing up, I was like,
this is my life now.
I'm accepted. Oh my God. So that was like just a massive moment
like,
for me.
This is my life now, and this is what I want to do.
And then I was also Dancing with the Stars, going to Italy, not speaking a word of Italian and blagging that. That was pretty cool. So yeah.
It's honestly, it's amazing. So life has been great. You've had all these great opportunities. Then obviously you've had relationships, different ones, up, down, whatever.
Yeah.
But finally, you have found the one.
Mr. Right, who is actually called Mr. Right.
That is mad.
Isn't it?
And how long have you and Aaron been together now?
We've been together 2 and a bit years, but we've known each other for 15 years.
Didn't you? Yeah. How did you meet?
We met in Dubai. We met at the Dubai races. Didn't see one horse.
Yeah.
We was at the bar drinking baby Guinnesses, being nuisances, running around the gaff, nicking shishas from people. You don't do that in Dubai.
No, you don't. And no, you don't.
You don't.
You don't steal in Dubai.
No, but we did. And we just like, he lived out there, and then we just kept in touch.
He lived out there, did he?
Yeah, Aaron was. He worked out there. So then, like, we just kept in touch. We met up all over the world, like in Australia and Ibiza, and just all different things. And then the time was right, and it was always like kept in touch.
Yeah.
Trust the timing of your life. Do you know what I mean? And then now we've got our little baby Sunshine, who
mad.
you love.
How long were you single before you met him?
Well,
single a while, and is it something that you wanted? Because like me being single, I was single for 4 years. I went through up and down. 1 minute I was like, I just want to meet someone. Like this is all I want.
Bad relationships. You want, you want to be treated well.
You just want loved.
Yeah, exactly. And it just happened to be the right time for us, and it's been great. Like, yeah, it's been pretty crazy. We've moved twice in 2 years. We've got a dog. We've got a baby.
Happens.
We're moving again.
I prefer the whirlwind romances.
Yeah, we like a whirlwind.
I like whirlwind. I can't be bothered.
We get stuck in.
Yeah, like I can't be bothered to like get proposed to 10 years down the line. Like, propose.
Yeah,
let's
that's
just have the baby. Let's get it out there.
Aaron, it's a little bit embarrassing now. We've got a baby. I've been together 2 years. I'm like, everyone must think I'm a really bad girlfriend. You're not to propose.
Do you think, is he going to propose to you? And do you feel?
Well, I don't mention it because I don't like to, you know.
Yeah, I've started to mention it. I've started mentioning it too much, and John's like, you need to just stop now. And I think,
so really what bad. Aaron said, he said it's a once in a lifetime thing to do. So he wants to plan it right, and it's like, you know, it's the one and only thing to do.
I've seen what he does. He did on your anniversary.
He did well.
See the anniversary.
So like, you have to like, you know, do better.
Yeah.
Everyone was like,
he's got to up his game.
Even like his family, like, is Aaron proposing? I was like, no, like it's just what he's done.
Who's more romantic?
Me, I'd say.
You're more romantic. Who wears the trousers?
Me.
Love that. Love that.
But we do, don't we? We're Scorpios.
That's like, I said this to John the other day. I went, who wears the trousers? He went, you. I went, thank you.
It is equal, but really, I think I get a little bit of the edge.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I'm I look after the house, I look after the baby, I look after like I'm like I'm the rock.
Course.
Yeah, and then the glue.
But there's a bit of an age gap as well, isn't there?
There is. It's 10 years.
That is mad.
But
as well.
It's kind of equal.
He is, but he's young at heart,
he's
isn't he?
very young at heart. Yeah.
So obviously, you know, you've met Aaron and it's going well, and then you get pregnant.
Yes.
But it's not like it is with me. Like mine is like, I want to get pregnant. I want a baby. Like,
stop putting pressure on yourself, because the more you put pressure on yourself, the less it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like just, I say that because with me it just happened straight away, quickly before I even knew.
Yeah.
Very fertile, apparently.
What's your plan then?
Well, it was like, yeah, all right, we'll try. We didn't expect it to be so soon, and then, as you know, I had a horrific pregnancy.
Yeah,
like I was depressed,
bad,
antenatal depression. Didn't want to be pregnant
when I was pregnant. Saying, like, because Charlotte spoke about it now, and I was like, you need to speak to Charlotte.
You did.
Did you just feel like you were on your own?
Yeah, well, the thing is with me, I'm very vocal. Like, I don't, like, some people I know that they're too embarrassed to talk about it.
Yeah, if I'm down the word,
they're like, wouldn't even talk to their family and friends, and I'm like, this is horrific. I hate this. I'm not good. Like, I'm very happy-go-lucky and have my bad days.
Positive,
but don't get me wrong. Like, we have our bad days. But I was like just down. I just wanted to be in a corner. I it just wasn't me at all. And it was really, and where you think you're supposed to be so happy, this is the best time of my life. Makes it worse. But I was like, to my family and friends, I was just like, no, this is awful. I hate it.
And that was that through the whole time?
Pretty much the whole time. And I'm still suffering from my hormones now. Like, I'm very much like, I get quite aggy quite easily, which before I wasn't like that.
It's so good that you're honest about that, Bianca, because, like, for me, obviously, I'm seeing everyone on Instagram. They're happy, they've got the baby, they're holding the bum. And you know, the more people I'm speaking to, like, everyone has different experiences. You know, I don't know how mine's going to be. But if I'm more prepared to feel like that and it's going to be okay, then I don't mind it. But if I've got in my head it's going to be great and then it doesn't turn out to be great, that will really affect us. But I think, speaking to like you, Charlotte had a really bad one. I think Holly's was quite all right. I think there's more people who have girls, you know. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, because it's the hormones.
Yeah.
It's like they drain you. But it's the weirdest thing, because obviously, like, even before going, like, I was having a C-section, I said to my mum, I don't know about this. I don't know if I'm going to have a connection. I come back and I went, look at my baby. Isn't she amazing? I was like, this lion cub. I was like, protectiveness. I was like, she's mine. Don't want to look at her. No one say, like, it was just the weirdest thing. And I just, like, it went like that. It was like, I know it's not like that for everyone.
No.
But for me, it was such a difference, because where I was in such a bad place, and then like, I was like, I want another one. But now, oh my God. Well, she's obviously teething. She, like, dressing her is a bit of an issue. I'm like, oh my God. So I'm like, I'm getting a real taste of motherhood now. And she's not sleeping. Like, she was a really good sleeper. I'm like, oh, no. I don't know if I'm going to have another one. But then after you get over that stage, I think it's like, oh, you forget about the bad times. You just remember the good times. You're like, oh, I have another one. And you're stuck in it. And you're like, oh, God.
It's the pregnancy. Like, I don't know how I'll cope with pregnancy. It might be fine. It might not be. I don't know.
It's a long time.
It's a long time. And because me and you are very social, we like to go out and we like to look nice. We like to glamour. You know, I don't know.
We're used to our own time. This is the problem. Like, where, like, obviously the young mums, I feel like they probably haven't had that kind of life experience where I'm just like, you know, especially with Aaron as well, he's been a single, like, male for, like, how many years? And then suddenly he's, like, got a dog, he's got a baby, he's got responsibilities. But he's just been able to do willy-nilly what he wanted.
How old were you then when you had Sunshine?
God, I can't work out. Obviously, I'm 37 now. I was, 35?
So
35?
This is something else because...
No, 36. Oh, God, I can't even...
I think you were 36, weren't you?
Yeah.
You just turned 37, yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
36, yeah.
Baby brain.
Yeah. So, for people as well, because I know, like, a lot of people panic having kids in the 30s.
Yeah.
This is such a big thing.
Yeah.
And I think I do, especially. That's why I'm like, I just need it because I'm worried about my time clock and I'm worried about what's going to happen. And, oh, my God, I'm turning 30.
Too much pressure on yourself.
And I think, like, a lot of people will listen to this who may be just getting into the 30s, who don't have it all, the shit together. They don't have a relationship. They don't have the house. They don't have the dog. They don't have the partner. But I think for you, you can, like, you're a bit of a role model, I would say, because you can show to people now, you do not need to worry about your age because when it happens, it will happen.
Yeah, and it happened pretty quick because I was in that stage. I was in that, like, I'm not stable. I'm not got, the family unit and everything, and it just happened like that. So yeah, you never know what's around the corner.
And people obviously panic because they think when you get over a certain age, your eggs go. You don't have enough eggs and stuff. Yeah. But it can be fine. Yeah. Like, you can show that.
Absolutely.
And it just happens so naturally. Yeah. So, what is mom life like?
Oh, God, it's a roller coaster. Like, it is, I'm not going to lie to you, it's hard.
Yeah, everyone says
it's hard.
that.
I'm a full-time mum. Like, you try and, eat healthy, you try and go gym, you try and be the mum, you try, like every day you're like, am I doing a good job? You put yourself under so much pressure. I go to the gym, put her in the creche, I feel bad.
Really?
I'm doing that.
What, for just going to the gym?
Yeah, and then, like, she cries, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm just trying to do one thing for myself. Because it's obviously good going to the gym for you, for your mental stability.
Mental state,
but then you still feel guilty about that, and it's hard.
And then,
work.
But you've ended, you're like, look amazing.
I'm trying.
And how have you done that then?
Gym, I'm doing fasting at the moment, which I think really helps. It's just even like simple fasting of like try not to eat after 7 and then eat like 10, 11.
I had a sausage casserole last night at 10 p.m. Yeah. And I'm still farting
Life's
a day
about
from
balance,
it.
baby.
It is, but then I'm like,
I'm all or nothing. So I'm either like, obviously gone out and then I'm like Chinese for like 3 days just to recover.
Yeah. And then that goes on.
Yeah, so then so I've kind of fallen out of it at the moment. Because I've not been gym for 2 days, but I feel guilty. Yeah. Like, it's mad.
But it's a good headspace to be in. But I think you're always being, obviously probably from being young, you've been active. Like, you've been into your fitness because you've been doing the football and stuff.
Like, I've always been a yo-yo diet. I put on weight easy. Like, I can look at a cake and put like fucking 10 pounds on. Yeah. So it's like I have to try. Yeah. Especially when you get older. And then after having a baby as well, my boobs ain't the same. I'm like, I've just had before I had the baby, I had an uplift. I'm like, I need another one.
Yeah.
I'm like,
we're bad for
I'm
that,
like, this breastfeeding business
surgery
is not,
another.
it's just not good.
Surgery. Can you remember? This is a funny story.
Go on.
So I remember a moment with you when we went to Turkey and we both got turkey teeth. Yeah. Right, from the same place. Yeah. Anyways, when we went and got the turkey teeth, me and my mum was staying in the hotel, and I was like, I'll bump into you anyways. And me and my mum were lying in bed, and my mum got up the next day. She went, I went, how are you, mum? She went, I'm absolutely knackered. I went, why, mum? What's happened? She went, I'm absolutely shut. She went, I tell you what, she says, that Bianca. She says, she was singing all night upstairs. She went, and I never had a fucking wink of sleep. So apparently.
I know, I felt so bad. But I remember the song, it was Unconditional. Sat in your car in my driveway. And then, well, she did sound a good voice. I was like, I'll take that. But then I also felt like massively guilty at the same time. But we did, but that was a good song.
It was a great song. So I want to talk about that as well, because obviously your career now, you're DJ. Yeah. Did you ever go down the singing route or not?
Oh God, I did X Factor, and that was like really it's so embarrassing.
Oh my God, you did X Factor. Yeah, was that Megan series as well?
No, this was like ages ago, and I went down like the proper, like I queued up. I didn't even tell my family. I thought, do you know what, I'm just gonna go for it. Like, and I'm really proud of myself for giving it the shot. But it just failed miserably.
Did you get through that? Did you do the first round?
No, they were like, but I don't know whether, like, everyone was like messaging me, and I moved to Australia after that. I was like, too embarrassed. No, I didn't know. I was going there anyway, but it was a good like runaway. And everyone was like, oh, I feel like, because of your name, they kind of give you a bit of a harder time because they put people. So I was like, okay, cool, but I got a good response off of people. So that, but that is quite an embarrassing.
I applied for X Factor.
Did you? But you've got amazing voice.
No, I haven't. It's average. You love it. It's average. But I actually applied for X Factor, and I went for the interview. Went for like the interview in Newcastle. There was about 10 of my friends there from South Shields. We all went together because we like support.
Of course.
So we went there, and little do people know this, but in your first interview, it's not the judges.
No, I did about 3.
3, yeah. So it is 3 people, and it was a camera, and it was just a basic hall. And now I'm thinking, I'm going into there with all the judges. I'm thinking it's going to be like the most amazing setup, right? But I was literally just in front of 3 producers, sang a song, and they basically said, oh, we'll let you know. And it was a no. So I never got through that little round. I went through the
stages, but when I got put in front of the judges, they were like,
So you actually got the judges?
Yeah, I went out and like my whole family were like crying, going,
oh my God.
And then I was like, but now I look back, I'm like really fucking proud of myself, like actually
to do that on your own. That I think it takes a lot of confidence.
I was like, but it's fucking embarrassing.
It does knock your confidence. Like Jordan did the voice. Yeah. He did the voice, didn't he? And he said that like
amazing.
He's so good. But again, of course, because he was on Towie. They like in the public eye.
I don't want to say it, but I feel like they
just want to prove a point of it.
It's like someone that was on The Voice the other day, Sugar Babes. No, not Sugar Babes. Oh God, what was the Honeys?
Yeah,
she went on, and she
went on. I was on. And then they with her.
Oh yeah, and they said no. Yeah, but I think they just liked.
But yeah, so obviously you did the singing thing, then you go into the DJing.
Yes.
Now let's go down. How did this happen, DJ route? I know you've loved music, haven't you?
Yeah, I started DJing when I was like 21.
Really?
And you know, like the Football Factory, Danny Dyer and Tamer Hassan.
Yes.
So we did a tour called the DJ Factory. So we used to like tour around and just do that. And I used to DJ then, but my anxiety got the better of me. I was like, I actually want to be on the other side, like enjoying myself. Yeah. And then obviously Kel's our mutual friend. She started doing, you know, bringing the party to your home. She was cooking and brought the DJ. And I was like, do you know what? I'm ready to like give this a go again. And for me, it's something I enjoy. Yeah. It's a hobby.
It's just you get out your zone, don't you? Just in this, you get out the normal world. You're in a zone, and nothing else matters. I don't want to do
the festivals though. That's not a bit of me. I like to do the Maldives,
intimate,
sunset. Yeah, that's me. I'm
great.
Good.
Have you done Ibiza yet?
Not Ibiza.
Is this something I want to do?
Yeah, like I wouldn't say no, but it's not like I'm not kind of like I want to be the next big DJ. Like I just kind of like doing my
intimate settings.
Yeah, that's what I like. Yeah,
but that's brilliant. Listen, I love it as well. You know I do, and I like.
And you're pretty good.
I'm all right.
I was gonna say behind an awful.
But I'm a bit like you. Like, listen, if I not that but if I got a gig for a bar.
Why not?
100%.
It's just a little hobby. It's a good little money maker. Yeah. Like, I was even DJing when I was pregnant. Like, and then now, Little Sunshine.
She loves
music.
Yeah.
Yeah, she loves it.
And it works.
And I come round to yours, didn't I? And then there was like some music playing. She was just like happy. You're like, oh my God, she's like in this environment. I was like, yeah,
she is amazing.
She's a good girl.
Lovely, beautiful little girl.
She's a good girl.
So, because I mentioned the DJing because. Yeah. The last place people have probably seen you was on the last episode of Towie.
I know.
Now,
random.
Can we just talk about me and you are on Towie?
Yeah, but that just sums it up with me and you. We always kind of merge
we
and
wing
everything.
life.
And then we've like merged into Towie together. Like, how?
We're filming a TV show together. That is mental.
Yeah.
But we just wing life. Like, it is. I'll tell you the story about Towie. It's a really funny one. So I had a vision board, and on this vision board, I'm like spiritual, manifesting all that.
Come on.
Anyways, on this vision board, I always wanted to live in Essex, and I always wanted to date an Essex boy. Yeah. I was just attracted to him.
Definitely got that.
So when I did this vision board, there was nothing else to really say Essex apart from the only way is Essex.
Yeah.
So anyways, little did I know, I did this on Pinterest, and I'd saved the logo and whatever. I printed it off, put it on the vision board.
Yeah.
This was like 4 months later, I met Jordan, who's from Essex. So I was like, all right, that's weird.
I was there that night, by the way, as well.
Yes, you were. And then a couple of months later, I was getting asked to go on the Only Way is Essex, which is on the vision board. But little did I know, I must have visioned that.
Yeah,
it's
manifestation is real.
I'm Geordie Shaw till I die. Of course. I love the show I'm on. And I'm very Geordie. Essex it's a show that I've obviously doomed because Jordan's my boyfriend, and obviously I'm a Geordie, so it's a funny one to do. Yeah, it's different, but it's our life.
Of course,
it's a job. Like it's like, say if you're a hairdresser and you get offered another hairdressing job that you're gonna do, but you can do the same job, you're gonna do it, aren't you?
100%.
So, anyways, now I'm filming Towie. I've did a couple episodes now, and you messaged us to say,
I was like, I've got a meeting.
What the hell? So talk us through that.
It was just like, I had a meeting with the production, and we was talking about doing like maybe a Gascoigne reality TV show, which can still be in the works.
Still be in the works, yeah.
And then it was just opportunity because I just get along with him so well. They were like, we're doing a summer party, do you want to DJ for it? I was like, hell to the you know, and then obviously knowing you and knowing Jordan, it was just tied in quite nicely.
And you lived in Essex, didn't you?
Yeah.
Where are you actually from again?
I'm from Hertfordshire, but I've like lived in Essex many a times.
Yeah.
I've lived all over the shop. I'm like a real life gypsy.
Yeah.
Been everywhere. But yeah, it's just I never thought of myself being on there, but then it's just kind of happened. And then
just happened.
Look at us, like it's just so
in the pipeline. Do you think that is there any more?
We've got meetings, you know. I can't say too much.
You know, if this happens, I said to John, look, if you are fully like a cast member on Towie, which I think you will be, and I hope you will, I think mixing things up a bit, bringing someone on who, you know, has been in the industry a while, who is a mum. I think they need a lot more mums in there. Follow maybe a little bit more real life stuff. Seeing you, like, say if me and Jordan are doing scenes with you and maybe Amy and everyone, and doing that kind of life, I think it's just such a better show.
Break away from the mould what's already kind of
do you know what I mean? Like, instead of all the argument and the row, which, you know...
See, I'm not about that life.
Yeah.
This is where I don't know where
are you going to be able to cope then with Towie now? We know Towie is a show where there's arguments and there's bickering and there's fights and everything like that. Now, are you going to be able to cope with that if you are with the cast member?
Club, you know, rounds used to go on between girls and staff and security and customers. I think I've got this one in the bag.
I think about, if not, just do the football tackling.
Get the
Just get that.
I'm like, I know what we should do. We should all do a little charity
little
football
tackle. Now I'll think you're
You'll be like, I know what she's up to.
So that is like obviously the whole life in full, and it's just honestly, I think. Do you not think when you talk about it and look back, you think?
I'm going to walk away from today and be like, oh my God, like you just like, because you forget. You don't like think about your life in depth every single day. So I'm going to be like, bloody hell, I've been through
the mill. Been through the middle of. What would you say is next for you? I know me and you are very free spirits. We'll wing life. Like when people always say to me, what's a 5-year plan? What's a 5-year plan? I don't really ever know. I just wing life.
Yeah, well.
But what would you say, like, what would you want to have the pipeline? Like, what can you vision?
Well, me and my best friend Squirrel, who you know, who's amazing, we've got our health brand that's coming out, so we're really focusing on that.
Brilliant.
So that's going to be like the main focus of next year. We're going to do a bit of travelling because my boyfriend, he's on a sabbatical, so we're just going to go around Thailand and just kind of while she's little before nursery. So you know, it's just kind of. I don't know what's around the corner.
Just living your life. I think
you've worked
so hard your whole life.
Yeah,
like,
it's going to be a good one.
It's time to just enjoy life.
Yeah.
Just do it.
You never know what's around the corner. Like, it's mad.
Do not know. I bet you wouldn't. If someone said a year ago, by the way, you're going to be on Towie.
You're going to ring me tomorrow and say you're pregnant. Like,
do you know what I mean? But honestly, I'm so excited for your future. I think like one day, me and you will have with kids and we can all go shopping.
Oh, definitely.
And, like, I'm not far from you now.
No, you're not at all. You're close
by.
Behind.
Close by. So that is it for today, Bianca. Love it. You have been absolutely
I love you
amazing.
So much.
Now, should I do the game quickly? Yeah.
Or should I say this reminds me of when I put the thing under, because it was a jar of manifestation that I left underneath.
Oh my God, yes, let's talk about that right. So quickly, so we're into manifesting.
Oh,
do you feel like you've manifested your life?
Definitely. Like, there's things, it's like, even like things that I think of that I need, I always get messages. It's like you put it out there and you receive. But like, obviously looking at that jar now, that reminds me, obviously when the time I come to yours, we're doing a Kel's Kitchen, I was DJing for you, and I had this like manifestation jar, it's like all positivity, and I had this little note that I picked out for the day, and I was like, looked at your room, I thought, oh, that just looks so cozy in there. I was like, I'm going to leave her a little note under her pillow. Totally forgot about it, and then months later I went, I woke up,
I was like, what the hell? And I was like, oh my God, the universe is listening to me. And then little didn't know it's you putting something under the pillow.
Yeah, because I messaged you, and I was like, did you get my note? And you went, oh, fuck me, I thought that was the universe talking to me. Like, just the universe just putting a note, like, positive vibes.
You know, I've still got that in my drawer
Have you? What was it? I can't remember, because obviously I was like,
a little bit
white girl wasted.
I think it's like a little yellow
it was like, that's what's reminding me of that. So what is in there?
These aren't manifestation things, but they are a little bit of, would you rather?
Oh, God, all right. Oh, God, I'm scared. I don't know why I'm... Oh, yeah, just, you know, absolutely. So this for me?
That's for you.
So am I reading... This for you?
I'll read yours and then you read one to me. So I'm going to go first. Okay. I'm
scared.
No, I think because you are similar to me, your browser, right?
Oh,
right. Would you rather have your browser history revealed to your family or your most embarrassing childhood photos shared on social media?
Oh, to the family. Yeah, no, I wouldn't want the photos on social media.
No. What is your browser history?
What is browser history?
Random.
Though? What is browser history?
So what you've typed in on Google.
Oh, browser. Sorry, I thought you meant browser.
No.
What?
Like a browser history, like what you've typed in on Google, what you've researched.
What about myself? Oh, right, okay.
Would you rather that?
After a night out, there's many of things.
So
like,
many.
Literally, I go back on my Google
I get in from a night out and I'm
much.
like Googling the most randomest shit. Or like, my Amazon orders are quite bad.
I think at the moment, all my browser history is just like baby stuff, which is
stuff.
pretty boring.
Yeah. So you would rather have the browser history than the childhood photo shade?
Yeah, because I hate the childhood photos of me. It just gives me PTSD massively.
Not even childhood, like back in I've got like ones when I was doing before me fitness thing.
Oh, no. That would just, no. That's not good for my mentals.
And haunt us forever, but it is what it is. There's always this photo of me. There's actually this photo of me that haunts us, right? There's it's a photo of like Joel back in the day, and then there's a photo of me like in a pink bikini, and it's made like these like viral websites from like America, and it honestly will haunt me to this day. Like people will promote weight loss products because of that photo.
No,
how bad's that?
Oh no, don't. That breaks my heart because I know what it feels like. I hate it. Because I always was like a chunky kid, so when I see like the pictures of me youngster, I'm just I just want to forget that life. Like, a little bit. You see the photos, it is disgusting. And there's this one outfit, it's like a yellow checkered, and I've got this white tights on. It's like no, don't. Oh god, no, you're gonna send it to me later, and I'm actually gonna cry.
Oh, don't.
All right, let me just read this first. Okay, would you rather a wardrobe malfunction in front of your crush or send a text to your ex that was meant for your current partner? It's got to be the wardrobe malfunction.
Oh my god,
that's
the
gonna
wardrobe
be cheeky.
malfunction.
Yeah,
how many
wardrobe
malfunctions?
Slip. Come on.
I have had so many wardrobe malfunctions. It does not bother me.
Same.
But sending anything to an ex, like the exes are gone.
No, they should be like deleted off the phone. Like, they shouldn't even be on there. Like to even have that option available.
Gone.
So
gone.
Absolutely not.
Right, everyone. Thank you so much for listening and watching this podcast. I hope you have all enjoyed it. I knew Bianca was going to be a good one. A lot of life lessons there as well. But if you have enjoyed it, make sure that you like, subscribe, listen, review, comment, share it, do what you want with it. But just let's help get more viewers on this because we want more and more guests, brilliant guests. So thank you everyone for watching. That is all for now on the Unmasked podcast. And remember, Bianca, I've got something to tell you.
Oh God, what? I'm scared.
You've been unmasked. You've been unmasked. Yay!